Deadlines make people do dumb things. Students cram all night before the exam. Drivers speed when they are late. And traders? Traders gamble. I want to tell you about a trader named Alex. Alex bought a trading challenge with a 30-day time limit. For 20 straight days, Alex was patient, careful, disciplined. Everything they tell you to be. And on day 26, Alex bet half his account limit on one gold trade and lost everything. Everyone said he lacked discipline. But hold on, he was disciplined for 20 days in a row. So what actually broke him? In the next few minutes, I will show you the trap that got Alex. The second trap that waits even for the traders who survived the first one. And the 5 questions that catch both traps before you spend another dollar on any challenge from any firm, including the one behind this video. First, for everyone new here, let me explain what a trading challenge even is. In one breath, a prop firm is a company that says, pay us a fee, prove you can trade by passing our test, and we will let you trade a big account and pay you real money when you do well. That is the whole model. And honestly, the idea is brilliant. Most skilled traders are broke. Most rich people cannot trade. The prop firm connects the two, and everyone should win. So why does this industry have such a trust problem? Because the boom grew faster than the honesty. Over the last few years, some firms collapsed overnight. Some denied payouts over rules nobody had ever read. Some had rule books that seemed to appear out of thin air, right at the exact moment money was on the line. One collapse was so famous, it taught a whole generation of traders one hard lesson. The marketing is not the product. The rules are the product. So when traders whisper that the challenge is designed to make you fail, that is not paranoia. For some firms, that really was the business. But how is it designed? That is the part nobody explains. And that is where Alex comes in. Because Alex met the design face to face. Day 1. Alex opens his challenge dashboard. The rules look simple enough. Grow the account by a set percent. Never lose too much in one day, and do it all inside 30 days. Alex barely notices the countdown in the corner. Why would he? 30 days feels like forever. Week 1 is beautiful. Alex waits for his best setups, the clean ones he has practiced for a year. He takes 3 good trades, and he is up 2%. Patient. Boring. Perfect. Week 2, steady. A small loss, 2 small wins. Still fine, still calm. The clock in the corner is a little bigger now. He notices it sometimes. Then week 3 happens. And here is the thing about markets that nobody puts in the ads. Some weeks the market just goes quiet. No clean setups. Nothing worth taking. A patient trader simply waits. That is what patience is. But watch what the clock does to that patience. Every quiet day used to feel like discipline. Now it feels like falling behind. Alex opens the dashboard on Sunday night and does the math on a napkin. He needs 4%. He has 9 days. The napkin does not say you are doing fine. The napkin says, hurry. Week 4. The clock is huge now. Red, loud. 5 days left, and the market is still quiet. And this is where Alex, a genuinely disciplined trader, starts doing things his plan would never allow. He takes setups he would have skipped in week 1, B setups, C setups. He sizes bigger because the deadline math demands it. And on day 26, with the countdown screaming, he puts half his daily limit on one gold trade at the New York Open. Not because it was a good trade, because it was a fast one. You know the ending. The trade goes against him. The account breaks its loss limit. The screen locks. Challenge failed. Fee gone. And here is the sentence that should stop you cold. Alex did not fail the test on day 26. The test failed him on day 19, the moment the clock turned his patience into a countdown problem. Let us name what actually happened, because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. A 30-day limit sounds generous, but a countdown changes how your brain weighs every choice. Waiting stops feeling safe. Rushing starts feeling responsible. That is not a character flaw. That is what countdowns do to every human being on Earth. It is why stores put timers on sales. So write this sentence down. A countdown does not measure how well you trade. It measures how well you gamble on a schedule. And the industry's most quoted numbers say only 5 to 10% of challenges ever pass. Think about what that means. The house is not just fine with those numbers. The clock quietly helps produce them. Traders like Alex fund the whole machine, one deadline panic at a time. But hold on, because some traders do beat the clock. They pass, they get funded, and a lot of them walk straight into something worse. Trap 2. Meet a second trader. She did everything right. She passed her challenge with room to spare. She traded the funded account carefully for a month. She is up real money. She clicks the payout button, and instead of money, she gets a message. Your account is under review for consistency. Consistency? She scrolls down, deep below the pricing table she saw when she bought, and finds a line she has never read. Profits should not be concentrated or irregular. What does concentrated mean? Whatever the firm decides it means today, and that is the tell. Listen closely, because this one rule of thumb will protect you forever. Real rules are numbers. Fake rules are words. A real rule says no single day can be more than 40% of your total profit. You can check that yourself with a calculator. A fake rule says irregular activity. You cannot check a word. You can only be judged by it after your money is already on the line. Now here is the sad part. Real risk rules do exist, and good firms use them, the same way real trading desks use them. But every payday ambush poisons the well, because from the outside, protection and ambush look identical. Until now. Because there is a simple way to test any firm from your couch in 10 minutes. 5 questions. And I promised you we would run them on everyone, including the firm paying for this video. Here is the audit. 5 questions. Any firm's website, 10 minutes, before you pay. Question 1. Is there a clock? Not a generous clock. Any clock. You watched what 30 days did to Alex, and Alex was good. A challenge with no time limit removes the single biggest built-in reason traders fail. If the firm needs you rushed, ask yourself why. Question 2. Can you find every rule before checkout? The targets, the daily loss limit, the total loss limit, the consistency rule. All of them should be printed in numbers on the sales page before you pay. If a rule only lives buried in the terms and conditions, treat it as a surprise being saved for your payday. Question 3. Is the consistency rule a number or a word? You know this one now. 40% is a number you can plan a month around. Irregular is a word you can be ambushed with. Numbers, not words. Question 4. What exactly happens on payday? 3 numbers need to be public. The minimum you can withdraw, the fee they take, if any, and the speed, how fast money actually reaches you. If any of those 3 is missing from the website, that silence is a message. Listen to it. Question 5. Does the firm fit your trading, or must you fit it? Some traders scalp fast. Some hold for days. Some run their systems on autopilot. A firm with one single test forces every style through the same gate. A firm with several paths built doors instead of a filter. Score any firm out of 5. Run it on the biggest names you know. Most of the industry scores a 2. And now, as promised, we run it on Fewpips. On camera. Fine print first. This video is made with Fewpips. Here is their audit, the hard way. Question 1. The clock. There is not one. No time limits on any challenge, on any path. Take 3 weeks or take 8 months. The trap that broke Alex is not in the building. Now, to be fair, the better firms have started dropping their clocks too. Good. That is how it should be. So treat a missing clock as the minimum standard, not a selling point. Box checked. The questions that really separate firms come next. Pass. Question 2. The rules before checkout. Challenges start at $59, and every number is printed before you pay. The profit targets. The daily loss limit, the total loss limit. Per path, per account size on the page. Pass. Question 3. Numbers or words. The consistency rule is a number. On funded accounts, no single day can be more than 40% of your total profit for that cycle. On futures accounts, it is 50. That is it. You can plan a whole month around it with a calculator. Pass. Question 4. Payday. And here is the part most sponsors would cut from the script. The minimum withdrawal is $50. There is a withdrawal fee. 3%. It is printed. Refunds exist, but only within 48 hours, and an approved refund carries a $10 admin charge, also printed. Payouts get checked within 1 to 2 days, and the headline speed is 24 hours. Notice what just happened. You learned about the fees from the video itself, not from a surprise on payday. A firm that reads you its own fine print is telling you something. Pass. Question 5. Fit. 4 different paths: 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, and one that most firms do not dare to offer: instant funding. No test at all. A proven trader pays, gets account access the same day, and goes straight to work. All of this on both account styles they offer, from $5,000 up to $200,000 in simulated capital. Quick plain words note: simulated means the trading runs in a practice-style environment with virtual funds, while the rewards you earn are real money. And the money math is loud here. Your cut starts at 80% of the profits and grows to 90% as you complete payouts. There is even an optional add-on that locks your cut at 95% for life. Doors, not a filter. Pass, 5 for 5, with the fine print read out loud. And now you can name the one thing that actually separates this firm. It is not the missing clock. Everyone decent has that now. It is this: every rule is a number, printed before you pay. The targets, the limits, the fees, the consistency line, all numbers, all public, all before your money moves. That is rare. That is the brand. And one thing Fewpips will never promise you, and neither will I: profit. The results depend on one variable only: your trading. What gets removed is the clock, the ambush, and the excuse. So before you buy another challenge, from anyone, including us, run the audit. 5 questions, 10 minutes. You will never be trapped by a clock or ambushed by a word again. If a firm passes, you found a real one. If it fails, you just saved a fee. Want the audit as a one-page checklist? It is linked below. Now think back to Alex. The clock was trap 1. The payday rules were trap 2. But there is a third trap, and it does not live on any website. It lives in your own head. That one is the next video. Discipline pays. See you there.